Hey everybody, it's Andy Barrar, Handy Andy from handyandymedia.com. I am the tech and DIY expert of the internet, and today I'm doing a review for Best Buy's blog on a wireless earbuds from Technics. We're looking at the EAH-AZ70W. These are Technics' first entry into the wireless earbuds, and they came out with the premium model. In this review, we're going to take a look at the design of these earbuds. We'll look at the call quality, noise cancellations, battery life, and then maybe I'll end off with my final thoughts about what I think about these compared to all the other earbuds that I've reviewed in the past. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready. Let's get it. Cue the intro. Now, before we begin this review, I just want to mention that this is the first out of 3 reviews that I'm doing for Panasonic earbuds. So to help you figure out which one is right for you, you want to make sure you watch all 3 of those reviews because they are different, just slightly. Let's begin with the Technics. Now, you're probably thinking, Technics? I thought we're talking Panasonic. Well, Technics is actually an audio brand of Panasonic. It was actually discontinued in 2010, revived in 2015, and now here we are in 2021, and they've entered the wireless earbud market. About time, if you ask me. So what separates the Technics from the other Panasonic earbuds that I've reviewed just recently is that this is their premium line. This is going for the upper echelons, the people that like, the finer things in life. And you can tell just by the material that they used. It's actually made from brushed aluminum, both on the case, the carrying case, and the earbuds themselves. Let's just begin with the carrying case. It is slightly larger than other cases that I've reviewed. Just for context, here is another case, and you can tell it is noticeably larger. It's thicker. You can't put this in your front pocket. Well, I guess you could, but it's going to be protruding and sticking out, especially if you got like tight jeans. However, the case is actually made out of everything premium. On the front, you'll notice that the Technics logo is engraved. So you can tell that they've really done a good job in making these look and feel like premium earbuds. The earbuds themselves are slightly larger than most other earbuds I've reviewed. And they are also made from quality material, namely the brushed aluminum with the Technics logo right on the front. Now, these are touch controls. Doesn't look like it, but you can definitely tell that they are touch controls. So no physical buttons in these. Each earbud is also labeled left and right. And when they sit inside your ear, you'll notice that they are slightly protruded. One of the tips that I have is when you put in the ear, you just kind of want to stick it in and then just kind of give it a little twist. And that helps hold them in place. When you get these out of the box, they come with optional ear tips at varying sizes because we know people have different ear sizes. Some people, I think I'm included in this group, have one ear that's a slightly different size than the other. So you might notice that you have to have different types of these ear tips to fit snug in your ears. Here's the thing. Don't be complaining that it doesn't fit until you've tried all the different ear ends, because everyone's ears are different and you got to try it to get that fit. You'll also notice there are no wing tips on here, but they do have a snug fit inside the ear and they're comfortable to wear for a long period of time, which is something you would expect from a premium ear brand. Now let's talk a little bit about the touch controls, because if you watched any of my videos from before, you know that I am a huge fan of tactile physical buttons that kind of click. However, these touch controls are actually very, very responsive, and it's not something that's, not going to work. Okay, like typical earbuds, you press either one to stop and start. However, Panasonic and their Technics brand decided to put some of the controls on the left, namely volume. So if you want to put the volume up, you have to triple tap. Not once, not twice, but 3 times you have to tap it to basically turn the volume down and up. This took a little bit of time for me to get used to. However, the corresponding Technics Connect audio app that you can get for both iOS and Android allows you to customize your touch controls. So say you had a different pair and you got really used to that kind of touch controls and it's quite intuitive. You could actually change everything to match that. And that is something that I really appreciate from an earbuds because, you know, we're creatures of habit and we get used to doing things and we don't even think about it. You're kind of like on autopilot. And the fact that you can be able to do that is a great feature. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the battery life. Now, Technics and Panasonic says you can get about 7.5 hours of battery life. Well, that all depends. Do you have the active noise cancellation on? Do you have, are you listening to videos? Are you listening to podcasts? Is the volume up? All of those factors are going to affect the battery life performance. I think to be safe, you're going to get at least 6 hours of battery life, which is pretty good when you look at the rest of the competition. Once you combine with the case, then your battery life is going to be all day. You can expect anything from, 19.5 hours of playback if you include this case. So essentially, you'll have all day battery life. It does not have wireless charging, so you can't just throw these onto a wireless pad. Everything charges from the USB end on the back of the charging case. They sometimes also call it the charging cradle. Now let's go ahead and talk about the noise cancellation because that is probably one of the most distinguishing features of these earbuds. Panasonic, before they entered the wireless earbuds market, decided to create noise cancellation from the ground up. And they got something that's called the dual hybrid noise canceling technology. Essentially what that does is they have two microphones, one on the outside and one on the inside, just to hear the background noises. Of course, you have another microphone for taking voice calls. But essentially, having those two microphones does a remarkable thing because when you combine that with their digital and analog processing, and you got these two microphones, you can actually predict and understand the different types of unwanted noise out there and then eliminate it. Also, in the app, you can actually toggle the intensity of your noise cancellations. You could also have an ambient mode because we understand if you're like, say, riding a bike outside, you want to hear your surroundings and these earbuds will allow you to do that so that if there's cars coming, if someone's honking, if there's sirens on, you're going to be able to hear that. And to do that, you just got to toggle the right to turn the ambient mode on or the sound canceling on. The noise canceling on or off. Sorry, I can hear the lady talk to me right now, so it's always distracting. And then you could also turn everything off. So activating the different types of sound modes is quite easy. Now let's talk a little bit about the sound quality because again, these are premium earbuds coming from a company in Panasonic with a rich legacy in building audio equipment. So they know a thing or two about sound. And I gotta say, the audio quality on these Technics earbuds is fantastic. Now, if you're an audiophile, say you mix and master music, you want flat frequency responses so that you can get that perfect mix inside of a studio. You would probably use monitors that have that flat frequency response. The thing is, the normal consumer out there does not want that. They want a little bit of frequency attenuation, especially maybe a little bit in the low end and in the high end. And I have to say, these earbuds do a fantastic job on both of those frequency spectrums. They have 10 millimeter drivers, making these quite loud. So you are definitely going to get a pump. And also in the app, if you happen to be a fan of more bass, you can actually set that up in the sound profile. Or you could do one, if you listen to a lot of audiobooks, for it to really stick out the human voice. So you have a lot of customization features on the sound profile, but I will say that it is not flat. So if you're an audiophile and you want the flattest earbuds, these aren't for you. These are for the typical consumer out there who listens to modern music and really wants to hear the music with a little bit of frequency attenuation. So I was very, very impressed. And it was very interesting when I tried the other earbuds. That's when I really can appreciate the sound, especially when you compare it to 8 millimeter drivers and also 6 millimeter drivers. You can really appreciate how big of a powerful sound 10 millimeter drivers do. Now that we've taken a look at the Technics EAH-AZ70W earbuds, y'all really need to get a better name for that. You know, Apple does a great job. AirPods. Huawei has like, what was it? Free buds. You guys have the EAH-AZ70W. Like, I have to actually picture it in my head to remember it, man. Stop letting the engineers make the model names. But anyways, my final thoughts. For Technics to enter this competitive, highly competitive wireless earbud market space, they've come out with a fantastic product. It is definitely premium headphones, okay? Earbuds, I should say. The sound quality is fantastic and something you would expect from premium earbuds. The actual quality, the build quality of the earbuds, again, fantastic. And the look, everything about it, you know, from the fit to the look to the sound, really spells out premium earbuds. It is competitive. They're going to have a hard time trying to differentiate themselves from the other options out there. But for people that appreciate Panasonic, whether they've had Panasonic products in the past, they've done a fantastic job with the Technics earbuds. And it is something that I highly recommend for someone out there who likes the finer things in life, who tends to really appreciate music and just likes to have nice things. You know, if you take care of your products, this is definitely an investment that will last for years to come. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Technics EAH-AZ70W wireless earbuds, their first foray into the wireless earbuds market. And I have to say, they did a fantastic job. If you like this review, please like this video, leave your comments below, and of course, subscribe to this channel. If you want more information about me, you can find me at my website, handyandymedia.com. I also have a YouTube channel where I do a lot of tech and DIY projects at my home. I'm always fixing something and I'm always recording those fixes to help you do that as well. So you want to check me out over there. Once again, my name is Andy Barrar, Handy Andy from Handy Andy Media. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.